Congratulations. I am so thrilled that you're here and taking charge of your life. It is hard to know how to do that and where to start. That is why the Energy Leadership Index assessment will help us to start your journey through self awareness. The results of your assessment could be the springboard for designing your coaching plan and how we will move forward. This presentation is meant to educate you about the tool and to start to learn the vocabulary we will be using in our first few sessions. Do not take notes unless that is how you feel calm when learning something new. I want you to just sit back and listen to what I need to speak about. You will be hearing a lot of new information. You do not have to memorize any of it. It is just important that the first time you hear about it isn't after you take the ELI and when we meet and go over your results. There are no right or wrong answers. Do not answer as you think, I think you need to. I have no expectations about your answers. Your answers are your answers, and that's what makes them right. They are right for you. The original purpose of the ELI assessment was to teach managers, business owners, supervisors, even CEOs how to leverage their leadership skills. What Bruce Schneider, he is the founder of the Institute of Professional Excellence in Coaching, and he authored the book Energy Leadership. What he learned is that the ELI assessment is a tool for anyone looking to unleash their potential and discover how to rejuvenate motivation and drive. So he expanded it and invited anyone interested in learning about how they use their energy to show up for life. If you are not currently looking to enhance leadership skills, I want to challenge you to the idea that we all need self leadership. How are you leading yourself now? Most likely, you've not thought of self leadership because you reached out to an empowerment coach. Self leadership is first. You must focus on how you are going to lead yourself in any situation, stage of life, or during times of change. When I talk about energy, not only am I talking about vibrating energy, the subatomic energy that causes vibrations in our body, what makes us alive and keeps us in movement, but I'm talking about the energy you use that shows up in your attitudes and your perceptions. Typically, when our energy levels are high, we feel enthusiasm, we have clarity, and we're working effectively. We are productive and optimistic. We also have to look at the lower energy levels that lead us to fatigue, lack of focus, and a reduction in engagement. Once you understand these levels, you can learn how to leverage them so you are always functioning at your optimum. Yes, it will take practice, but first you need to understand more about it. We all operate with 7 levels of energy. These energies fall into one of two categories. These types of energy are the anabolic energy and the catabolic energy. Level 1 and 2, as you see here, cover those times when you feel apathetic, you're lost, almost victim like, or maybe you are angry and frustrated and act out with that energy. Level 1 and 2 are the only catabolic energies. Catabolic energy can be destructive and paralyzing. I want you to keep in mind that catabolic energy is not considered as good or bad or right or wrong. We all operate with it. Each category of energy has its own purpose. Levels 3 through 5 are the anabolic energies we work with. Level 3 is when we start to sense a responsibility for others. You may be more forgiving. We also often feel fine even when we don't. We just say we are. And things may be difficult in some moments, but you feel like you're coping. Level 4 is an energy that will cause feelings of compassion and a need to help others, even ahead of helping ourselves. Level 5 is when you start to lose some of your judgments and you want there to be a balance for everyone. You're always working towards a solution so everybody gets what they need. Level 6 is an energy where you feel joy and fulfilled, and you drop even more of your judgmental thoughts that you had before, letting go of any energy you used for overthinking and worrying about what others think. You have very little stress here. And level 7 is when you're operating with zero judgment. You feel connected to everyone and everything. This level has the purest anabolic energy. While this chart looks linear, please keep in mind that you do not go through emotions linearly. You could wake up a real grump, perhaps still angry from something the night before. But after your coffee and a couple of good laughs with your kids, you can easily be operating at a level 5 or 6, and vice versa. Again, none of these energies are good or bad, right or wrong. They just are. This is what we operate with, and they all have a purpose. What you're looking at now is an energy self perception chart. You can see here that each energy level has a core thought, a core feeling, and an outcome, action, or result. When you are in level 1, if you look down at the very bottom, you'll see the red level 1. Your core thought is of victim. And when I say victim, I mean in the sense that your thoughts are, I never win, or nobody likes me, or I never catch a break, or perhaps everybody seems like they're doing fine. What's with me? The core feelings is of apathy. You just don't care. You are like, whatever, and you do nothing to create any change. The result can be a paralyzation or that of lethargy. You just don't do anything. You're sluggy, and you probably are blaming others for your disposition. Level 1 is purely catabolic. Level 2, you can see it's a little orange on the screen. Level 2 is also a catabolic energy, but you're not just sitting there letting your thoughts and feelings consume you. Your thoughts are conflicting, perhaps they're combative. You are feeling anger or you're frustrated, and this could make you defiant, which is an outcome of anger and frustration. Being angry usually motivates us to do something about whatever is becoming difficult. So it is less catabolic and not so pure as level 1 when you do nothing about your situation. Level 3, which is yellow here, is partly catabolic and anabolic. It is the gateway into our anabolic energies. Your core thought will be of responsibility. You start to think about your responsibility in situations, and you are much more forgiving. And with responsibility and forgiveness, you create an openness that makes you want to cooperate or work in collaboration, perhaps being a bit more helpful. Level 4, and that's green, the little green dot here. Level 4's core thought is of concern. You start to think about how others are feeling and you feel a sense of compassion for them. At this level, you're seeking out ways to help to be of service. Your anabolic energy is taking over any catabolic energy you may have been holding on to. Level 5, blue, lighter blue, is level 5 has you thinking about reconciliation. You are starting to judge others less. You feel at peace with these feelings and thoughts. Your energy is focused on acceptance. You start to see that this is how things are and not judge them. Again, this is an anabolic level of energy. Level 6 core thought is synthesis. You are really starting to see how things connect and you are beginning to feel joy and fulfillment. The result of this awareness is your wisdom and what you can bring to the table. This is a highly anabolic level of energy. And finally, level 7 is when you have reached a place with yourself that you have zero judgments, nothing whatsoever. And this is what keeps this level difficult to sustain. you feel absolute passion and become a creator of thoughts, things, expressions, etc. Your energetic levels are going to be measured with the ELI assessment. This assessment is going to show you how you show up on any given typical day. Understanding how you show up for the world each day holds immense power in shaping your experiences and relationships. By being mindful of the energy you bring to your interactions and activities, you can cultivate positive connections, inspire others, and create a more fulfilling life for yourself. Consistently showing up with intention, positivity, and authenticity can lead to deeper connections, increased productivity, and a greater sense of purpose. Ultimately, by understanding and consciously choosing the energy you project, you can positively impact not only your own life, but the lives of those around you as well. Think about how useful it would be to start to recognize when you are in an energy level and having the ability to take notice and feel like this isn't the greatest state for you to be in for this point in time. So you pivot to a level of energy that will better serve you. It is pretty empowering. So, where do you begin to start understanding how you show up on a typical day? The ELI is an attitude assessment, not a personality test. It measures how you use your energy on a typical day. It measures your energy profile and how you react to the stress that happens during your day. It also measures your average resonating levels, or your ARL. Your average resonating level of energy is the average of all of your energy levels under normal conditions and in reaction to stressful circumstances. Your ARL, or overall energy level, is a strong indicator of success in various aspects of life. Studies prove that higher average resonating levels of energy are associated with higher levels of satisfaction in the areas of finance, relationship, personal development, achievement, and more. The ELI is a 70 statement rating attitudinal assessment. It takes about 20 minutes to complete. It is done electronically. Once you submit your assessment, the scores are sent to your certified energy leadership master practitioner, and that's me, Amy. And I will spend hours creating the debrief for your 75-minute session. During your 75-minute debrief session, you will learn how you use the energy and how you use your energy when you're stressed. Knowledge is power. If you have any questions, please text me at 860-222-0797 or send me an email, and my email address is amy@aspireself.com. When you send me an email or text at any time, I want you to understand that I believe in timely responses. I appreciate timely responses, and I try to make sure that I give that same respect to my clients. I do want you to understand, however, that in setting my own boundaries between my personal life and my work life, I do not check work related emails during the weekend. So if you email me late Friday or early Sunday morning, I want you to understand that you're probably not going to receive a response from me until Monday. I just like to be very transparent about that. Okay, this slide here is just for your reference. It is important for me to let you know that I have a plethora of experience, knowledge, and training. I have been recognized within other organizations, and I support inclusivity. My goal is to create a safe space for you to allow yourself to ask yourself the hard questions and experience some vulnerability. Building trust is the foundation of coaching. Now what? What is next? Once you finish this video training, you can either text me at 860-222-0797 or email me at amy@aspireself.com to let me know that you're ready for the assessment. You should then receive an email from IPEC. This is where the assessments are housed. You may be asked to create an account, so please do so. You may receive a training video from them, and it is up to you if you want to watch it. But please read anything they send you and then commence with the assessment. As you are responding to the statements, please do so from the place of what your average day is like and how you usually feel. If you are experiencing an extreme emotion, sadness, or extreme happiness, refrain from taking the assessment and wait until you're able to operate as if you were having a typical day. When you submit your completed assessment, I will get the results. It will take me 2 or 3 days to create the very comprehensive debrief that we'll have for our first meeting together. You may receive the results as well, and I ask you not to interpret it. Again, try your hardest to hold back any judgments about what you think it all means. When I am done writing the debrief, I will send you the scheduling link to make our first appointment. This appointment is allotted for 90 minutes. I always try to stay under that because it becomes a long learning session that can be overwhelming. I shoot for 75 minutes, and then if you have questions, we have the 15 minutes to tackle those. After the debrief session, we will, at our next meeting, that will be about 30 minutes. That's for designing your coaching plan and to talk about expectations for the next 6 coaching sessions. This wraps it up. Thank you for sticking it out. I am looking forward to when we meet. Just an FYI, every session comes with a Zoom link, even if we are meeting in person. Make sure you are good to you.